Okay, are you channeling Beyonce or are you channeling Rihanna when you're on stage if you had to choose?
I would probably lean towards Beyonce because I really go into this other place. And I've seen her many times and I'm just like, that Sasha Fierce alter ego thing is real. Like I actually need to create a name. I don't have one yet.
Oh, we got to give you a name today. Janae, welcome to Unmute the Voices. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
You know, it is so nice to talk to a musician who is from here.
Born and raised.
Welcome home.
Thank you.
How's it feel to be here?
It feels amazing.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because I associate home with decompressing and, I went to school on the East Coast. So every time I'd come home, I'd be like, okay, reset. And now that I'm working here, it's such an interesting balance because I want to catch up with all my friends and family, but I'm still working, so but it's the best of both worlds, basically.
Yeah. And it's interesting, like when you've lived on the East Coast and then you come back home for work, it's like everyone kind of looks at you differently. Do you get that?
I do feel that. And it's funny to me because I'm like, I'm the same Janae.
Yeah.
But it's understandable because I've been gone, for 20 years, essentially. So, and I think I've brought back a little bit of East Coast with me. So it's nice, but it's also funny to me.
Yeah. Well, you're dressed. You look great.
Oh, thank you.
And people here do not like to dress.
It's different. I definitely am from Washington, and that sometimes I like to be very granola, and I'm in my sweats and in my Columbia. But I was raised by Pam and Paris Bridges, so at the same time, I dress up, and I always have.
Yeah. Well, you've had this enormous career. I mean, you are just really become this just grande dame, this amazing opera singer, and you've won 2 Grammy Awards. You have performed in some of the most prestigious concert halls in our country, including the Metropolitan Opera, and appeared with major symphony orchestras. I'm just blowing your head up right now. But have you ever just taken a moment in all of your greatness and just reflected and said, wow, you did that? Like, have you really taken that moment and just like been in awe of you?
I have recently, for the first time. It was kind of like an outer body experience. I was looking at myself on the screen, singing the national anthem at the Kennedy Center Honor Awards for President Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, and this room full of A-listers. And I just thought, wow. That was a moment for the first time where I really thought, I guess I have done some things, And you're right, I've done more. I've sung at concert halls and opera houses all around the world. And I think because I'm just so in the zone and going from, next to next, I don't often focus on that. I rarely focus on that, what I've accomplished, just because it's not why I do it, It's just kind of a subset of and a result of the love of the music and the art form. But yes, to answer your question, for the first time, I recently did that, and it brought me to tears. It was,
What were just kind of some of the emotions that you were feeling in that moment?
Yeah, a lot. One of them just pride, proud of myself, which is something that I've come to do more. And then also proud of where I've come from, Lakewood, Washington. I never dreamed that I would be an international opera singer.
Really?
No. I never had, really, I never had ambitions to be doing what I am doing today. It really was a divine thing that fell into my lap, you know. And in hindsight, everything that has happened in my life has been gearing up to this. And I didn't know, you know. God was orchestrating the whole time. And so it's all very surreal to me. Every time I'm on stage, when the curtain call happens, I'm like, okay, this is my life, you know. I never planned for it, but once I did decide, I went all in for sure. But I like to say that this career really chose me. Because again, I grew up in the church singing, playing piano, but never had any dreams to pursue classical music on this level. I always loved it, of course. But it's like I pinch myself every time because, yeah, it's just like, wow, this is a life that I have and I love. And it all feels so surreal and new every time I do it. So,
yeah. When you look back on kind of the trajectory of your career and the lessons that you have learned to get to this moment of reflection, talk to me a little bit about the moments where you might have felt insecure or unsure. What was it that kept you going?
I can remember the first insecure moment that I had was moving across country to New York City and attending the Manhattan School of Music. I was so green. I'd started studying privately a few months before I was accepted into the school. And so when I got there and we did a sing through in front of the whole class, everyone sang their solos. I sang An die Musik by Schubert, and I was overwhelmed because I felt like I didn't really know what I was doing or why I was there. And everyone was at such a high level. So I was a bit intimidated, I'll admit that. And I just felt insecure with my voice, being a Black girl there. I mean, there were two of us. And so I felt a bit out of place. But the athlete and the competitor in me was like, okay, what do I need to do to level up and not feel like I'm at the bottom of the barrel?
Yeah.
So I worked really hard, you know, and by the end of my studies at MSM, I was at the top of my class. I was chosen to sing at the graduation, and then I was accepted into the Curtis Institute in Philadelphia. Yeah, my insecurities slowly started weaning off. I will say that, you know, I still have insecurities sometimes, just in a different way. Because I think it's just the nature of being a human, first of all, but also an artist. You know, we're sensitive. And also, you know, perfectionism isn't realistic, but I'm always trying to be better. And so I'm always critiquing myself. And my sister does a really good job about saying, you're amazing. Look, like, give yourself a break, which I've learned to do. At the same time, I'm like, I want to be better. So, you know, it takes a lot of security in a way to bear everything in front of thousands of people, knowing that it's not perfect and that you will make mistakes and you just have to move on from them and give yourself grace and say, okay, I missed that high note. I forgot that word. The world is not ending. Keep going. Right. And most likely people don't even notice. So just getting out of my own head, it's something that I have to do every day. And I think we all do, you know. So the insecurities are there, but it's a matter of navigating them. So
how do you level up now? Or do you feel like you don't have to level up?
Oh, no, I do. Yeah.
Is it in a different way of leveling up? Like, I'm going to level up this wardrobe this week. I'm leveling up this makeup. I'm leveling up this hair. Like, I don't know. Like, What does it look like for you now?
Yeah, for me, I mean, leveling up is I'm really in competition with myself at this point, and honestly, I always have been, but I'm at a place in my life and maturity where I'm not focused on other people.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a healthy place to be in,
yeah,
for sure.
It is, because at the end of the day, I have to look at myself in the mirror, and my business is not theirs.
Period.
Theirs isn't mine.
Yeah.
So leveling up for me is, how can I be better at my craft? What steps can I take to, for instance, learn my languages, be more fluent in those, and technically with my voice. Yeah. And then also just internally, like be a better person.
Yeah.
And attract really what I want in life on all levels. And that really just starts from the inside. So 2025, it's all about me and working on me to attract everything that I want. And I've attracted so much already. I think, God and the universe has placed things in my lap that I never even really asked for. But now that I have them, I'm like, okay, thank you. And also, there is more that I want. And I'm not just going to say, give it to me. Like, I'm going to say, what do I need to do to make myself, healthier and more attractive to the universe to get it back?
Yeah. Well, that's
that
interesting. Absolutely. Because it is like whatever you put out comes back to you.
Exactly.
Right. And so the goodness, the greatness, the hard work, the perseverance that you put out there comes back. And a lot of times when it comes back in ways that we could have never even imagined.
It's true.
Yeah. Has that been your experience?
Absolutely. Yeah. And on the other side of that too, I would say that I've never been like a bad person or anything, but there's been some choices in life that I've made and I've, paid for them in some ways. So it's just like, yes, what you put out there, I truly believe comes back in whatever form. And, for me, my career, I just feel like I've really put a lot of hard work, perseverance, dedication, and love into this art form, into my voice, and respect in it as well. And it's paying off. So I'm just gonna keep doing what I can, to receive. This gift that I've been given is ultimately not mine. I mean, like, I'm just the vessel, I like to say. So however I can use that is my job.
Sure. Unmute the Voices is sponsored by Key to Change Studio. Key to Change Studio is a violin and viola studio located in Renton, Washington, which allows middle and high school underserved students living in South King County an opportunity to take violin or viola lessons. For more information, visit their website at keytochangestudio.org. Now, back to Unmute the Voices. Outside of performing and being such a fabulous and beautiful singer, what would you say that your followers and your admirers don't know about you that they can't read on Wikipedia or on your website? Like, who is Janae? And what is she like?
Oh, wow. I mean, I'm a pretty open book, but let me think about this.
Yeah. Well, we know you like Taco Time, which is a local.
Those taco salads.
It's a local
cheesy burritos.
Yeah.
Whew, yes. Yeah, I mean, people see the glam and they see me on stage.
Right.
I'm actually quite shy.
Okay.
I really am.
Okay, so Beyonce, Rihanna. Which one? Who you like?
Oh, rude.
Beyonce or Rihanna?
I like them both.
I mean, I like them both too, but if
like,
you
who am I? Who am I more like?
Or who do you like more?
Okay,
really... are you channeling Beyonce or are you channeling Rihanna when you're on stage if you had to choose?
I would probably lean towards Beyonce because I really go into this other place. And I've seen her many times and I'm just like, that Sasha Fierce alter ego thing is real. Like
Yeah.
I actually need to create a name. I don't have one yet.
Oh, we got to give you a name today.
But I really transform, and it's just like sometimes I don't remember oftentimes I don't remember what I do because it's like, it's me, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that I channel her more.
Okay. What else do you like?
I love the outdoors. I mean, I am from Washington State.
Yeah.
And I just like to be still. I can not speak for days if I don't have to. I'm really an introvert. Mm-hmm. I know people say it all the time, an extroverted introvert, but it's true. Like I really am. You could ask on my family. I'm like, okay, social battery done. I'm also an Aquarius, so it's like,
okay,
I have to reset and reboot. Mm-hmm. I can just sit there and binge watch like Netflix, which is very dangerous because I got a lot of music to learn all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like just to be still and go on walks and be a normal person. I mean, I don't feel like I'm a not normal person, but
right.
Stripping all of the glam and the cameras and all of that stuff, I just really enjoy solitude.
Yeah. You've performed with a number of great opera singers, including LaTanya Moore, who's one of our friends. Yes. Is there anyone you are dying to collaborate with who you have not worked with yet? Let's put that out into the universe.
Put that out there.
Let's put it out there. Who do you want to work with or collaborate with?
So many. Well, cross genre, there's many.
Oh.
I would love to collaborate with Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder, if you're watching, Janae's waiting for you. Let's
waiting
go.
For you. Misty Copeland.
Oh,
I could just see her dancing and me singing, and
that'd be beautiful.
It'd just be so beautiful. Audra McDonald. I adore her. I also try to channel her because I just feel like she is one of the most iconic singing actresses for me living today. Coldplay.
Really?
I really love their music, their energy. I always have.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, some of the boxes have been ticked. Renee Fleming. Yeah. We've sung together before.
What was that experience like?
Just divine. She is really the people's diva, as they say, and kind, and she just makes you elevate. The technique, she sings just so well. And so it's like, okay, I gotta level up.
Wow.
So that was really fantastic.
Wow.
A dream would be to sing with Kathleen Battle. That would be the ultimate.
Who is one of your inspirations as well?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. That her album with Quinton Marsalis.
Oh yeah, it's a great one.
Just incredible.
Yeah.
He was also another one that I wanted to collaborate. A dream that was fulfilled. Yeah. He also plays basketball.
And so do you.
I do. Mm-hmm.
And who's
I
your
still
favorite?
Play.
You still play?
I do from time to time, because it's actually, for me, it's just going back to my roots. And
your roots, yeah.
The basics, and it completely takes all stress away from me because I'm just focused on,
So who's your favorite team?
I grew up on, of course, the Seattle Sonics.
Yeah.
And the Seattle Storm.
Yeah.
When they first, the WNBA first started.
Yeah.
I went to the games, and where the WNBA is now, I'm just like, yes, finally. But they were my favorite team, and since we don't have a team, which we should have a team again.
Yeah, we should, yeah.
It's kind of been difficult for me. It was OKC when, Durant was there. But I'm a Steph Curry fan. I just am.
You like Steph?
I do. You don't?
I'm LeBron. I'm Team LeBron all the way.
I'm LeBron too.
Okay. All right.
I'm both.
I like Curry, but I love LeBron.
I get
LeBron.
that. I do.
I mean, there's a heart
I love
there
him too.
when he's playing. That's just,
It's true.
I'm all in.
And there's a
for him.
passion. Yeah.
Yeah, you can like feel the passion though when he's like when he's playing, like, and it's like he's hungry, like he's like starving for it, and I love that energy.
I do too. Now my ultimate is, because I'm just gonna keep speaking him into existence, Kobe Bryant, and that I'm still not over that.
Yeah. What a loss. That was a loss. Yeah.
Yeah, but I grew up watching him, and my dad, after school, we would say, "Okay, the Lakers are playing. Like, we got to watch."
Yeah.
And so that was definitely just a pastime memory. But I learned so much from him. Mm-hmm. You know, on and off the court.
Yeah.
LeBron is the same.
Sure. I mean, both fierce competitors.
Yes.
And
just amazing men, you know?
Yeah. What sort of advice would you give to someone who feels stuck in their career or does not know the next turn that they need to make in order to elevate in their career? What would you say to them?
Well, I would say don't give up, first of all. You know, don't give up hope. There is a place for you, and your voice, your musical voice, needs to be heard. And I do believe if you just keep going, your time will come, you know, and keep making music. Also, I mean, I'm assuming that we're speaking of music.
Sure.
But this can also translate to whatever.
Yeah.
Your goals are and inspirations are. But I would say to surround yourself with people that are either doing what you want to and aspire to do, and or have done it, and ask questions, you know, and pick their brains and be that squeaky wheel. You know, people are often afraid to ask and shy or ashamed. And I just don't believe in that, you know, and I'm grateful to my parents, specifically my mother, because, well, you know, my mom.
Yeah.
She has such a big voice. She doesn't sing, but she has one of the biggest voices on and off stage.
Yeah. Yes, she does.
That I credit my voice to. Because I grew up with her talking and asking questions and inquiring and sharing. So I think we have to get out of the mindset of being quiet and silent, you know? And I think a lot of musicians are that way just naturally for whatever reason, but I would say speak it into existence. And, you know, if there are people that you admire, that you have access to, especially with social media, just reach out, you know? But most importantly, I think believe in what you have to say. And it's only a matter of time, you know? Keep going.
Yeah. And your mother is a wonderful woman. And one thing, she does not play about her daughter.
No, she does
not. She is going to champion her daughter. She is
I'm so grateful.
Very proud of you. Yeah. She's a great
both of my
woman.
parents they didn't have to say, yes, we support you being a musician. Because I know a lot of parents don't consider it a real occupation, a lucrative thing, or something that you can actually, you know, make a living off of. But my parents never discouraged me, and they always encouraged me. And the moment I came home with that MSM pre-screening recording tape with my 4 little songs, we all sat around the big boombox back then, and you put the CD in there, and we listened back. That was actually a moment, the first moment where I said, oh, that's my voice. I just started taking voice lessons, private voice lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to make the pre-screening CDs to be granted a live audition.
Right.
And so I got it together real quick and listened back. And we were all surrounded. And we all were just teary because I didn't know that voice was in me. I didn't. I grew up in the church choir, so that was my foundation for sure. But the classical voice, it just was there. I mean, I just think that I have natural abilities that we didn't know about until.
And look how it has manifested itself.
Pretty cool.
I would say so.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here and in my home state.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm from Lakewood, but I claim Tacoma and Seattle because, I'm just a Pacific Northwest lady.
Well, you are loved here.
Thank you.
And there's nothing like feeling love from home.
There is nothing like it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting to sing these incredible roles, Les Troyens, which is so rarely done.
Yeah.
And having the opportunity to do my first one with Seattle Opera.
Yeah.
And have my friends and family in the audience with all the nerves that I do have, which I do still have. There is just a comfort, an automatic comfort that I have knowing that whatever happens, I'm going to be loved and supported. And that feeling is just, it's really embraced and makes me sing and perform better, So I'm just so happy to be here, and I'll be back here next season.
Good.
Which I can say because it's announced. Yeah, I'll be really excited to sing Carmen here.
Oh,
at Seattle Opera, which is my signature role.
Yeah, you're gonna tear that up.
I'm excited. Don't judge me because Carmen it's not me. I'm just getting into character.
We already said the alter ego.
Exactly.
Right.
So I'm just telling the story of this woman.
You know what? Your fans should name your alter ego.
Ooh, I love that idea.
You should let your fans do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I
Seriously,
think Beyonce
because they know
did that.
you. Yeah. Like, let the fans give you the name because they know you and they're with you and they're committed to you.
That is a great idea. I will definitely credit you for that.
And you heard that first on Unmute the Voices.
Absolutely. Our voices are unmuted here, clearly.
Thank you so much again for being here.
Thank you, Quinton, for having me.
What a pleasure.
This has been so fun.
Good. And I wish you continued success.
Thank you. Likewise. Thank you.
And thank you as well for watching this episode of Unmute the Voices. I'm Dr. Quinton Morris. Enjoy your day.